Hey guys, it's Flip, and today I'm going to show you how to clean hard water mineral deposits off a bronze faucet and make this look like this. Let's do it. Alright guys, so my friend asked me to come over and help him take out this faucet. We were going to go get a new one. It's obviously been neglected. It was in a seldom used part of his house. And after talking about it, we decided I was going to just give it one shot at cleaning it before we just got rid of it. It was on its last days anyways, so we decided it was just worth giving it one shot at salvaging a little more life out of this. If we could do it cheap with stuff just laying around his house without spending any money. And it actually turned out pretty decent. So first, now a disclaimer. This is only a fix I would try on a faucet that's close to being replaced or is in pretty bad shape like this one, because this type of cleaning and scrubbing can damage the finish. Bronze is a live finish, which means it requires maintenance and frequent cleaning. This one obviously didn't get that, so we had nothing to lose on it. This fix is not perfect, but it salvaged a little more life out of this one. I wouldn't do it on a new or expensive faucet, but having said that, here's how I did it. Step 1, I'm going to use a microfiber cloth and make sure the faucet's nice and dry. Step 2, then I took some cheap generic white vinegar and poured it into a bowl, enough to soak the cloth in. Then I cut the bottom part of an old t-shirt off and put it in the bowl and soaked it completely. Step 3, I took the bottom part of that t-shirt soaked in vinegar and I wrapped it all around the faucet. I kind of weaved it in and out around the spout and the handles, trying to get it touching as much of the surface area around the bottom as possible. Then I let it soak there for about an hour and a half. Alright, so it's an hour and a half later, and we're going to take off our cloth. And as you can see, this did a pretty good job of getting off a decent amount of the mineral deposits, and what it left behind, it has softened up a lot. So now I'm just going to go to work trying to scrub some of this off. You can use a toothbrush, you can use a sponge. I even tried using the t-shirt and just scraping some of it off with the fingernail. Like I said before, this was a faucet that was on its way to the garbage, so I wasn't too concerned with damaging the finish on it. Some parts of this faucet even had corrosion so bad that it was irreversible, so we were just trying to make it look nice. Step 5, we're going to make a deep cleaning paste to get into some of those cracks and crevices that we weren't able to get all the mineral deposits out of. In the same bowl I've been using, I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt and 1 cup of distilled white vinegar. Then stir it up until all the salt is dissolved. Next, I'm going to add flour. I'm going to keep adding flour to this until it gets thick enough. You want it to be about the consistency of toothpaste, so you just need to keep adding flour till it somewhat solidifies. Now, going back on this, I would probably cut this recipe in half. I think I would have been just fine with a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a cup of vinegar. As you can see, it took a lot of flour to solidify this much vinegar. Now the fun part. Now you're going to take your paste and apply it to the faucet. You want to try to rub it into any cracks and crevices that you can. Then you're going to let it sit for about an hour. It should somewhat dry up and solidify. Step 7, I first used a paper towel to get some of the big chunks of paste off so they wouldn't all go down the drain. Then I just used some warm water and just rinsed it off and kept wiping it off until I got all the paste off the faucet. Then I did a little bit more scrubbing and picking away at the mineral deposits. When the hard water evaporates, it leaves behind calcium, and some of this really doesn't want to come off. So this is how it came out after the vinegar soaking and the vinegar salt flour paste and a lot of scrubbing. I could have left it just like this because some of the bronze is corroded beyond repair, but I decided to take it one step further just to make it look a little nicer. And what do you need to do that? All you need is a black Sharpie. That's right, not the most professional tool in the world, but like I said earlier, we were trying to make this look nicer without spending any money with just stuff we could find around the house, and this worked. It's not the perfect fix, and it's not the exact color match, but for not spending any money, I think it came out pretty well. All it took was a little bit of time, and it salvaged some more life out of this faucet. If you don't mind spending a little bit of money, you can buy a touch-up marker in a bronze color that will match a little bit better. The only problem with using the black Sharpie like I did is that at certain angles you can see it because the marker is a different sheen than the bronze. But overall, I think it looks better than it did. Thanks for watching.